The Slow Walker Video Productions presents a Tortoise One film. Welcome to the Lower Likeke Trail. The Likeke Trail is a very popular trail on the island of Oahu and has two trailheads that are commonly associated with it. The first is located at the Pali Lookout and the second is in a blocked-off parking lot on the Kaneohe exit of the tunnel on the Likeke Highway. Today I'll be hiking the lower section of the Likeke Trail and will be starting from the Ko'olau Golf Course parking lot and exiting the trail in Ho'omaluhia Botanical Gardens. Here's a picture of the old slow walker taken from the upper parking area. You'll notice I'm standing in a roadway with the cable across it to restrict unauthorized vehicular traffic. Proceeding up the road, you'll encounter your first junction just before a water tank. Turn left and head up the trail that will take you to a cobblestone path that will lead you to a road of similar structure. Before you find the cobblestone path, you'll negotiate two minor junctions. Turn left at the first and right at the second. You'll pick up the cobblestone path that will lead you to the road. About a quarter mile into your hike, you should see a light-colored tree with a graffiti on it, marking the first major junction. Turn right and you'll continue to a waterfall. If you were to continue to the left and uphill, the trail would lead to the upper part of the Likeke Trail and to the Pali Lookout. The waterfall is a popular spot. Many hiking tours start from the golf course parking lot and only get this far before turning around and returning to their bus or van. Some groups, like the one I met today, start at the same place, return to the road and then continue to the Pali Lookout. Fewer hikers proceed past the falls, fewer still to the trailhead that leads to the Likeke Highway, and even less to the Ho'omaluhia Botanical Gardens. Though much of the trail is under thick rainforest canopy, majestic cliffs and sky are occasionally glimpsed through the dense branches above. Not too far past the falls and you'll encounter a grove of mango trees in a somewhat level area. The trail will fork. Take the high road and continue towards the next two trailheads. Sorry, I should have photographed or at least videographed this junction as well as the major junction to follow. Auwe, kalamaiau. My fault. Past the mango grove, the trail breaks into the open from time to time, and gorgeous panoramas treat the eyes. And if you're lucky, breezes will keep the mosquitoes away and add cooling relief. Somewhat unfortunately, the air was still today, so you might hear me blowing the little vampires off my hands as I videograph some of the scenes. You might want to remember this tree. The trail becomes a little indistinct here, and at times in other places as well. But on the other side of this tree and to the left is a short but steep switchback section. If you reach this, you're heading along the right trail. A bit past the switchback, you'll come to a bend in the trail. The trail seems to continue, although it will quickly fade. However, if you take note of the ribbons on the right, you should find a U-turn in the trail. If you see a GPS in the trees, hopefully it won't be mine. These are some large hapu'u fern, and are the largest of the type I remember seeing. Worthwhile for the botanist, this area also has other interests, but only if you can endure the local flying leeches. At this point in the trail, many hikers turn around and return to their cars. The view here is spectacular. Past this point, the trail continues to be interesting, but the trail no longer breaks into thrilling vistas until you exit either at the tunnel or at Ho'omaluhia Botanical Gardens. At the next major junction, about 1¼ miles away from today's trailhead, the uphill fork leads to the Likeke Highway. Continuing towards your right, you'll eventually reach Ho'omaluhia Botanical Gardens. Again, kalamai ia'u, I should have photographed it. On the way you will pass additional flora that will continue to delight your senses. In fact, if you come during the right time of year, you'll be able to gorge yourself with mangoes, mountain apples, and guava along the trail, from the first mango grove all the way to the last junction and a little beyond. Once you reach the H3 freeway and pass beneath it, you'll be very close to the end of the trail. Crossing a downed fence and traversing under the freeway, you will soon encounter a fence surrounding a pumping station. Continuing downhill along the fence, you'll reach an eroded section near a corner of that fence. You could possibly swing around the corner, but to be safe, I descended down into a washout and climbed back up to the trail just a few feet past that corner. When you arrive at the front gate, just travel down the short access road and you'll meet with the road that runs through Ho'omaluhia Botanical Gardens. Turn right and you will arrive at the main office in just a few minutes. A meeting hall, display gallery, and restrooms are available for public use. Camping by permit and catch and release freshwater fishing are available and are just some of the attractions this large park has to offer. Here's a quick look at my hiking log. Some of the stop time is attributed to picture taking, videography, and geocaching. I hope you found this video entertaining and hopefully informative and helpful should you choose to hike this trail one day. Perhaps we'll see each other on the trail. But until then, aloha.